Hello everybody, Aaron here, and I'm with Lolian.
Hey guys!
And welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, here in front of the Zero Gates. Let's go!
Time to go!
Yeet ourselves into the crater. Hey, over here!
You don't have to yell at me!
But he's so far away.
I'm right here!
Huh. Looks kind of old and worn down.
A new hand touches the beak.
Okay, Meridia. This is the Zero Gate.
I couldn't resist.
It was made so researchers could try to observe the inside of the Great Crater of Paldea, what folks call Area Zero. It's our ticket down into the crater. Oh, and speaking of the crater, you know that Pokemon of yours, the one I gave you? Area Zero is apparently where Koraidon was born, or something like that. Maybe it'll be happy that it can finally come back home. Not that I really care or anything.
Fair enough.
Anyway, our two new teammates should be waiting for us inside the Zero Gate. Guess we should head in.
I can't even begin to tell you how many many of those jokes that I've been seeing lately.
The way home.
I
Home? How is this home?
don't think it's home for us.
I think it's home for Koraidon? Koraidon?
I'm not sure.
That's my only guess as to why this thing is called that.
I guess we'll find out.
Love how they advertise like different paths you can take when you have to take all of them.
That's not necessarily true. I saw a video about that.
Okay.
Somebody took on Grusha first thing out the gate.
Well, yeah, but I didn't mean that you had to do it in order.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you still have to take on everything.
Yeah, you do.
So it's like, okay, that's dumb. Whoa, kind of dark in here. Hi, Nimona.
Hola, Lolian. Arvin said there'd be tons of strong Pokemon, so here I am.
Of course. Once she heard she'd get to battle awesome Pokemon, she was here in a second. You're an annoying little pest at the academy, but I guess you would come in handy for this. Jeez.
Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. Fair enough. But more importantly, why is it so dark? And where's the awesome Pokemon?
Yeah, it is weird that the lights are off. Last time I was here, the electricity was up and running, but now...
Oh, you mean like that?
Dun dun dun.
Well, now the lights are on.
But why?
I turned them on.
Hi, Penny.
Seems like they were on power saving mode.
Seems suspicious.
I hacked into the system controls and overrode the settings. Oh, it's you, the kid with the fluffy Eevee bag.
That's how she's known. Sure.
I guess. My name's Penny. Well, hey, we never got to actually talk. I'm Nimona. I'm in Class 1A. You must become some kind of tech quiz.
You're a little overbearing there, Nimona.
Do you like Pokemon battling too? Battle me, please. Please. You talk, like, way too much.
Agreed. I'm on Penny's side here. The director introduced us when you need someone... Oh, gosh. The director introduced us. When you need someone good with tech, she's a no-brainer. Anyway, Penny here also agreed in a second when she heard it was to help Aaron. Hi.
I'm not really the adventuring type, but I owe you, Lolian, and I pay my debts.
She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that.
Like a mafia boss.
Kind of what she is. And of course, everyone knows me, Arvin. My loves include my Mabastiff and cooking and biometric identification in progress. Hello, Aaron. I've been expecting you. And it seems you have gathered a group of formidable allies as well.
Sorry, who are you? Poor Arvin.
That's my mom. Probably.
What? That's Professor Turo?
Nimona, student ID number 805C001. And Penny, student ID number 803B121. I thank you for coming.
Of course, Professor. Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet you in person. I mean, maybe not in person exactly. Arvin, did you, tell your dad about us?
When would I have done that? To begin with, I'd like to ask all to make your way down into the Great Crater of Paldea. You can reach the lower chamber using the elevator you can see to your right. Mom? Please proceed below.
Oof. That's harsh. Are they not on good terms? Must not be.
Not Arvin's fault.
Before we proceed, I will mention that there is some talking that happens between Nimona, Penny, and Arvin, but it's really fast, and Aaron and I found out that you can't change that text speed by like setting your text speed to slow. It's just that speed consistently. So I'm gonna speed read it, and it will probably not sound good, but it'll get read.
Yeah. It does shed a little bit light on mostly Arvin's story.
And some things about Penny and Nimona.
Some things about Penny and Nimona, but it's it's the in-between when you're walking in between areas, so. Walk into the area.
Mm-hmm.
Loading.
Wait for it.
Biometric identification in progress. Identities confirmed. Access granted to lower level.
Ooh, it opened for us automatically. Not quite. Looks like someone's controlling this thing remotely.
Once you step through, you'll be above Area 0. Aaron, you have brought Koraidon with you.
Yes.
I thank you for bringing it on with you on your many adventures. If you utilize Koraidon's gliding capabilities, you should be able to descend into the depths to reach Area 0.
What? Isn't there like an elevator or something? And wait, did you say Miraidon can fly?
When you reach the bottom, I will get in touch once again. I hope your trip is uneventful.
Hey.
Railroading people into stuff, just like always.
I can't wait to see what Pokemon live down in Area 0. Let's go.
Penny.
That girl, is she like incapable of fear or what?
More or less. I guess we'd better go too.
Poor Arvin. This is the last thing he wants to do.
Yeah. He's only going because we're going. What are we making our friends do?
Good question.
Aaron, ready for the worst?
You betcha.
Good. That's all we needed to hear. Get out that Pokemon of yours and we'll be off.
Probably one of my favorite cutscenes in this
Yeah,
whole game.
this cutscene's great.
Aree! He's like, where are we? Oh,
Nope.
never mind.
Nope.
What's the matter with it?
Scared of heights? That's what I'd say.
Well, no wonder. But no need to be scared if we go together. How does that logic work? She has an Eevee phone case, of course.
Of course. The best phone case. Get on.
Hey, wait a minute! Don't leave without me! I do not.
Yeah.
I do not trust your grip strength, Arvin. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I mean, he's a cook, so maybe, but
Maybe.
maybe not. I mean, it would be better if he was like a bladesmith or something. Those people have crazy grip strength normally.
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm back here again.
I think I might have died once or twice there.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Oh, buddy, what's wrong?
He's like,
Back in the
nope,
Pokeball.
sorry. It chose to go back into its ball?
It's probably just hungry or something. I don't think so, Arvin. You're so oblivious. Wait a second. Where's the student council girl?
Good question. What? She's gone. You don't think she... Everyone, you have to see this. Area Zero is amazing. Come on already. I guess your ability would be own tempo, huh?
Biometric identification in progress. 4 humans identified. Condition satisfactory. Vital signs all within normal range. It appears you're able to make the descent without being harmed. Huh. Yeah, sure. Smooth sailing. Who could possibly complain about a landing like that? That is good. I had concerns you might fail, given the crudeness of the only available access method.
Oof.
I
think your dad's sarcasm detector needs fixing. Aw, you were worried about us? That's so sweet.
You should now make your way to me at the Zero Lab in the deepest part of Area Zero. However, the entrance to the lab is barred by 4 locks installed on the exterior, which I cannot unlock.
4 locks?
On your way to me, you must visit 4 research stations that were constructed inside the crater. At each station, you will be able to disable one of the locks. Do so as you make your way down. I hope you succeed.
What does that mean? Yes, let's disable the 4 locks and get into that lab. Sounds kind of video gamey when you say it out loud, huh?
Jeez.
Just stop breaking the 4th wall, Nimona. Come on, time to find our way to the deepest part of Area Zero. Here we go, I guess.
And no riding on our Pokemon. Because Miraidon and Koraidon do not like this area.
Yeah.
Hey,
Scared.
Corviknight. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, all kinds of Pokemon here, huh?
Yeah.
And some crystals.
Venomoth.
So this is the inside of the Great Crater of Paldea. Feels different than just seeing it in our textbooks. It's so intense. Normally we'd never be able to get in here ourselves. Huh? Wait, where'd Miraidon go? Seems like it got spooked by something that's hiding in its ball. Insidio? That's not good. Can we even get back up to the surface without it? Ah, should be alright. The last time I was here, I caught a flying taxi out of the crater. They always come through if you're a real sob story. Why don't you call for the professor if he's down there? Don't you get along or something? None of your business, Pipsqueak. Geez, no need to bite my head off. What are you getting all huffy for? Oh, come on, you two. This is an adventure. Let's just have a good time.
Good heavens. The text speed.
It's insane.
Hi, Braviary.
Like I said, not gonna sound good when I'm reading it as fast as humanly possible. So Penny, how'd you wind up friends with Lolian anyway, huh? Well, I guess she really came through for me when I needed her. Everything was going off the rails, school was a mess, my friendships, well, ditto. Lolian was a big help that sorted all that out. Wow, so she helped you out too while she was tackling all the gyms? What about you then, Nimona? Lolian and I are classmates, neighbors back home too. Plus I said she should aim to be a champion and she did it. So now we got a champion bud and I just ran into a Corviknight.
Oh, that's not great.
Can I just run? I got away.
Only if you're faster.
Yeah. Wait, what? That's wild. Hold it right there, you two. You think you've got a cool friendship origin stories with Lolian? That's nothing compared to what we and her went through. Our friendship's on another level. Nobody asked you. Stop trying to flex on us. Haha, I guess we're all buds with the Lolian Club. Okay.
Everyone wants to be my bestest friend.
So, I didn't pass, a thing, did I, on accident? I could fall down this cliff to get to one of them, but...
That's the first one.
That is the first one? Okay. I
Which
will.
you don't need to go the cliff down for, but it's fine.
I'll do it anyway. Oh, I bet that's what we're looking for. That must be one of the buildings the professor was talking about.
Oh, yeah. What were they called? Radish rations?
Research stations.
Well, that was close. No, not even, man.
Wow, you have such a great memory, Penny. What's great is my common sense compared to you lot, apparently.
Yeah, agreed.
Shing!
Hi,
God, what the heck
Glamora.
is that? That's a Pokemon La Primeta uses. I didn't know that species could be found in the Great Crater. Come on, Lolian, let's take it on together.
Dun 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 dun.
That's rock poison type.
Yep.
Should be fine, in theory.
In theory. Hi, Glamora. Rook. She's not liking rock.
Of course she did.
I don't have anything very effective against it. It's fine. I can rock use drill run. That murdered it in one hit.
Nice. Thank you, Nimona.
Jeez. More spreader to spread toxic debris.
Debra.
Debris.
Are there gonna be a lot more of these rare Pokemon down here, you think?
Probably. You think that was something? Please. You've got no idea how terrifying Area Zero really is.
Wow, patronizing much? Easy, you two. Let's just head inside the research station. Sounds good to me.
The shocked look on my face when I turned. Go!
What's that over there?
It's a shiny.
Can I get that item? Yes, I can.
I also got it.
No clue what it was, but I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, are these ancient ruins? They look far too recent for that.
It appears you have reached your first research station without incident. This facility was constructed 87 years ago as a way station for those surveying Area Zero.
So that's why there's a bed. Looks like we can use this place to rest up if we need to.
Aaron, if you would be so kind as to disable the first lock on the lab using that central panel.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
It was a citrus
You want to
berry.
press the button? Yes.
Let's go ahead and unlock it.
You heard the professor. Better press it. Press it.
Lock disabled. 3 of 4 locks are still active.
Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations.
Poor Arvin.
Emotional damage.
This entire game for him. Okay, time for more reading. I almost never saw my dad in my whole life. Oh, is it time for the backstory reveal? Penny, shush.
It's a
He
video
was
game,
always
don't you
busy
know?
with work, hardly ever came home. Cooked for myself, cleaned for myself. Mastaf was the only one I had to talk to. Penny, ... So yeah, I don't really know him at all, even if he is my dad. I tried not to think about it too much, tried to be proud that he was this famous genius, but the truth is, I'd rather just have a dad who was there for everything, even if he wasn't great. Haven't seen him for ages. Used to get emails sometimes, but those stopped a couple years ago, and then he appears out of the blue and tells me I gotta come to Area Zero. Some family, right? Oh, but we're not here to judge or anything, and I'm sorry about earlier. I shouldn't have snapped at you like that. Nah, I was also giving you a hard time. Sorry, Penny. My name's Penny. You know, you're actually pretty... Oh, I missed that. Last time I came to the Great Crater, I was trying to see my dad. I got about this far when I was attacked by some creature. Really, what kind of Pokemon was it? It wasn't even like a Pokemon, more like this crazy, weird metallic thing. Sure wasn't a Pokemon that's a little more robot-y than average? Yeah, I'm sure. It was like a completely different creature altogether, and it hurt my boss stuff real bad, so it's not like I'd forget. I just don't want to run into that awful thing. It was strong, huh? Then I really hope I get to see it. That's what I figured you'd say. You're really tactless sometimes, Nimona, you know that? Whew.
So mine said something slightly different. It was saying something about a violent Pokemon instead of
A metallic.
The other
robot.
thing is you said you're kind of nice for a little pipsqueak. That's what he said, the part that you missed there.
Gotcha.
Mine was just a few seconds behind, so I was able to catch it when you
Time
missed
to
it.
slide back down. Whee!
I'm already way past you.
I'm sure. I was worried that me running ahead was what cut off the text.
No. You have to get all the way to the research station before anything cuts in.
It's going way faster than I remember it going.
I mean, we could also turn down our text speed and just see if it changes anything again?
We could. Oh, no. I went to change it when I rocked into the cutscene. The second research station. About time, too.
Music down here is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. Phew, let's head in and take a breather.
I thought you'd have a bit more stamina, student council girl.
Whew, I'm just full of surprises.
That wasn't a compliment, you know.
She's gonna take it.
The Jigglypuff.
Hey look, a Delibird. It's good to see some nice familiar Pokemon down here too.
Screamtail.
Deli? Oh my gosh, so cute.
Don't get close to that thing, Penny.
Penny, come back!
It will scream at you.
Yeah. Delibird! What the? Wow! Lolian, it's battle time. Runs away.
That's what it looks like.
Take it for me.
Here, you take the beating.
You got this, right? Oh. Okay.
You're gonna one hit it again?
Interesting. So Iron Bundle is not a steel type at all. It's actually
No.
ice water. So I still got a pretty good hit in there.
Screamtail was hit. I got a good hit in there too. For my Screamtail.
Nice. That one is very psychic. Seriously,
You
what?
keep using moves that don't affect us or that we avoid. Come on, Screamtail.
You still fighting?
It took 2 hits.
Oh, okay. Seriously, what was that? Darn thing scared me half to death. It was definitely kind of mechanical looking for a Delibird, wasn't it?
Kind of ferocious for a Jigglypuff, wasn't it? No kidding.
Come on, let's get inside already. One more jump scare like that and I'm done for. Fair enough.
You don't like horror games?
It's different when it's real life. Okay, I'm gonna try and turn down my text speed to at least normal. That's gonna drive me nuts for the rest of the game. But
fair enough.
we'll see if that helps. Well, this looks pretty much the same as the first research station. Seems like wild Pokemon don't come in here. We should be safe to catch our breath. Hey, seriously, what's with this place? That Pokemon.
I've been wondering about that myself. I think maybe that Pokemon was one of these.
Huh? What's that book?
Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further into Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon. Though we wondered if these huge, ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan, yet differences such as its sheer size and the shape of its back set it apart, as do its great tusks.
Monsters of Area Zero? So they aren't actually Pokemon?
I don't really know.
What do you think, Lolian?
I don't think they're regular Pokemon.
Maybe. They definitely do look different at least. And I've never seen any of them in a Pokedex either.
I suppose the time has come for an explanation.
Right on time.
Listening to our conversations,
Professor.
some of the life forms that you see residing now within Area Zero are ancient Pokemon that lived in a distant past, long lost to us. Ancient Pokemon?
Oh. Future Pokemon? What? That's awesome. Oh, come on. There's no way that's possible.
The Zero Lab, where I am located, contains a time machine. It summons the ancient Pokemon to this place. So the things my mom spent forever researching down here, she actually got it working. Indeed, though the cost was catastrophic. The cost?
But a machine? You mean you can actually travel to and from the future?
It is theoretically possible to travel to the past. However, for a being such as a human, it would not be possible to return to the present.
Well, that's horrifying.
Mom, you... Why did you call us here to Area Zero? Arvin, If possible, I would like to speak when we can meet face to face. It'll be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself.
Oh.
Now then, Aaron, please use the central panel here and disable another lock on my lab.
Okay, Professor. Talk to your son, please.
You want to press the button? Yes.
You heard the professor. Better press it.
Lock disabled. 2 of 4 locks are still active. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Hey, Aaron. You know that book she told me to bring? I think it's got something to do with this place. Or more like, everything to do with this place. But I'm not the one she expects to fix whatever all this is. You are. I think you should be the one to carry it. Obtained the Scarlet Book. A record of the expedition that the author Heath went on within the Great Crater of Paldea. The book has the name Sada written on it in clumsy handwriting. Take care of it for me. Okay, Aaron? Will do, Arvin.
Immediately tosses it.
Ooh, this puddle looks nice.
Whoops, I tripped.
Oops, I did it
Okay,
again.
more reading. What are your parents like, Nimona? My parents? Normal, I guess. Are you serious? Even I know about your dad. He's on the board of the Rotom Phone Company. Wait, how do you know about that? Everyone knows that. He's famous, and I guess I looked into him for my own reasons, too. So Nimona's actually some pampered little princess from a rich family? Ugh, no way. That's so not my thing. Though, yeah. I guess you could say mother and father were, like, hands-off, but in a good way. My big sister will probably take over the business, so they pretty much let me do what I wanted. Wait, you call them mother and father? That's some pampered little princess stuff right there. God, cállate, Penny. What is your family? Super normal, then? My family is unbelievably annoying. Like, super overprotective, you mean? It's just my dad. He's loud and cringy and makes up weird nicknames for me, like Pen Pen. He's the most annoying guy in the world, period. He's the worst. Man, that's a real downer for your dad, having his own daughter describe him like that. Don't you dare take his side. Lolian, how about you? Your mother seems super nice. You met her? Yup, got a glimpse of an amazing-looking sandwich she made, too. Really? I wish I could have seen that. I bet it tasted great.
Not that we would know. We fed it to a dragon thing.
We didn't even get to taste the sandwich.
Fed it to a lizard monster. Hey, look, a research station.
Hey, look, number 3. They're not too hard to miss.
But there's literally an impossibility to miss them.
I mean, fair. I always worry about missing one.
Hi, Arvin. All right, another research station.
And another violent encounter. Surely.
Surely. It's happened at all of them, so yeah.
Nice. We get to chill for a minute. Something's gonna jump out at us again. 100% guaranteed. Ha! Oh, Penny. Such a worrywart. Huh?
There it is.
Hey, look! We're done!
Dun dun.
See? See? Wait. Oh.
Wait a second. This is just like that Titan Pokemon we saw.
Yeah, it is.
So it was an ancient Pokemon all along.
Whoa, you've battled one of these before, Arvin? It looks seriously strong.
Is someone forming a crush here? Look at the way she's looking at the back of his head.
I know.
Yeah, well, Aaron and I are old pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us.
I mean, it's not a Titan now, but
No, it's actually kind of small.
goodbye,
I'm taller
Arvin.
than it.
Arvin fled from the battle.
Oh gosh, that's the first time I've noticed that those tusks actually like go all the way into its mouth.
Yep.
Slightly disturbing. Hey, Mabostiff. Hey, good to see you, bud. Great tusk
Stomping
attack bell.
tantrum. Ouch.
Shadow Ball. How am I the fastest one on this field?
Good question.
Mabostiff, use play rough. Great tusk still has a little life. Using rapid spin, it doesn't affect me. Don't try to use a normal type move against a ghost.
Oop.
Great tusk fainted. See that? Victory's ours. Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Urban Mystica came from down here.
You two got to meet one of these Pokemon before our crater get together? Jealous. If we've got things from the literal future roaming around Paldea, there's a major problem. Isn't Professor Turo doing anything to keep them under control? How could he let this happen?
Yeah, right. Because it's not like oh so brilliant Professor Sada ever messes up. Come on, Aaron. Let's get into that research station.
Sounds good to me.
Someone's got mommy issues.
I assume I gotta heal up because Dennick took... Nope, it healed me up after that battle.
Yeah.
I like how they give you the beds to heal up in, and then you don't ever need
Now,
to
are
use
those to
them.
heal up in, or are those to be able to warp between them? Well, no, because you can't do that.
There's a warp pad in the bottom right corner.
That's right.
And we made it to station number 3. How are we doing after all that walking and battling and whatnot? Anyone need a rest?
Not really.
You feeling rough, Penny? Oh, no, it's not that. I've just been thinking ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area 0 came to our time from the future, right? So what about Miraidon? Isn't it pretty likely that it's also one of those future Pokemon? You're right. Huh. I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off future vibes. Even its name sounds future-y. Wait a sec. I totally forgot. Hey, Arvin. You had Miraidon's ball, and you told us about its form in the first place. You must know something about it, right?
You still remember that from way back? No wonder you're everybody's little star pupil. Guess I've got no choice then but to tell you what I know. That Pokemon, Koraidon, that is. It was found by my mom when she was working on her time machine. I believe it would be best for me to take over the explanations at this point.
Just listening in. Professor!
Koraidon, which I entrusted to Aaron, was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the past by the time machine. Seriously? Through analysis of its genetic makeup, as well as its behavioral patterns, I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact an ancient form of Cyclizar, the Pokemon still commonly ridden in this region.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. They do look alike.
Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time, but I was never able to bring over more than 2 specimens of Koraidon. Huh? You mean there's another one around here somewhere?
What if they're family? The other one could still be somewhere in Area 0, waiting to finally be reunited with our Miraidon. A heartwarming family reunion? Exactly. Imagine how thrilled they'll be if we can get the family back together after all this time.
Family, huh? Yeah, that sounds nice. If we could proceed, Aaron, please disable the next lock using the central panel there. You want to press the button?
Yeah. You heard the professor. Better press it. One more lock.
Well done. Only one remains now. Please continue on to the final research station.
Let's go. All right, now to head. Oh, so Miraidon's a future Pokemon. No wonder no one's seen it before. Lolian, you gotta let me battle Miraidon right now. It still won't come out of its Pokeball. Oh, right. That was the first I've heard of it coming from the future myself. It was just some weird Pokemon my dad brought home all of a sudden one day. We all lived together at the Lighthouse Lab for a little while. My dad made me promise to keep it a secret, and I had to take care of it for him too. So that's why you knew so much about it. Yeah, but then one day Miraidon just went nuts against some wild Pokemon. Few of the folks living nearby ended up seeing it, so the secret was out. Once that happened, my dad took it and went back to Area 0. Guess that makes sense if it's a Pokemon from a different age. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
Nimona.
It's a long way down.
A little bit. Oh my gosh, look at all these huge, gorgeous crystals. They go all the way to the bottom. One slip and we can kiss our short lives goodbye. Oh, good call. Watch your step.
She's too optimistic. So the professor's down there somewhere, waiting for us. And that's fine. Totally fine. I don't think it is, Arvin. Alright, team, watch yourselves and let's get to the bottom of this thing. Literally.
This mystery, this cavern. This place looks unreal. Maybe there really is treasure down here like the stories say.
Yeah, this place like something from a whole other world. Makes you feel like maybe you already died and went somewhere.
Is it just me, or do the crystals here give off the same glow as when Pokemon terrestrialize? There's gotta be some sort of connection.
Only one way to find out. Come on, everybody, let's keep moving. We've got to go all the way down.
All the way down.
Yep. A long way down.
Just a little bit. Just gotta remember which way to go. There's a branching path somewhere where one leads nowhere and the other leads forward.
Hi, Dunsparce. Your evolution is disappointing.
I think almost everybody was disappointed. So Miraidon came to our age through the time machine. Then it lived here a while with the professor, along with another one of its kind. That seems to be the story. So we brought it back home, kind of. Or to its second home, at least. I guess this place should be familiar to it, sure. Oh, that's great. A chance to unwind and bask in the familiarity. That doesn't exactly jive with how it's been acting all spooked since we got here. Doesn't seem eager to come out of its ball anytime soon either. Really? I thought it was just scared because we were so high up. Huh? Who said it was scared of heights? Given how Miraidon was acting earlier, I think something bad happened to it here. Sometimes you get all shaky just seeing a place that you got bad memories of. It was the same for me when I was being ignored by everyone in my class. Just thinking about school made me want to hide away somewhere, so I know how it feels. Aw, Penny. So, maybe it got hurt down here in Area 0, just like Mabostiff. We can't know for sure, but it doesn't change into its battle form anymore, right? So I think it's possible. But that's so sad. We gotta do something to make it feel better. A sandwich. And no, I'm not just saying that because I super badly want to battle Miraidon myself. Seriously? Well, at least you said it and not one of us. Nimona, you're kind of unbelievable. Mostly in a good way. Okay, I wanted to make sure I got through the text before I got closer to the lab.
You have to walk into the lab in this one.
Oh, I gotcha. I assume you're already in there.
I am.
No Pokemon encounter for us this time.
Nope.
This time. Oof. It looks rough. Whoa, what happened? This place is a mess. It looks like something went berserk in here.
Yeah, but what? Hello, children.
Gah, Professor, you scared us. Probably just you,
I'm
though.
sorry.
Why is everything in here all busted up?
I'm sorry. Hello, children.
Huh?
Come again? I'm so sorry. Sorry. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Hello, children. Hello. Hello.
Ugh.
What the heck?
Stop that. You're creeping us out.
Hello, children. Children. Initiating restart.
The professor must be having some weird connection problems or something, huh?
Well, it was definitely weird. At least, almost like, I don't know.
If he meant it as a joke, it wasn't funny. I've still got goosebumps and all. I guess we unlocked the thing. Let's press the button.
You know what you need to do. Better press it.
All locks disabled.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Please forgive my previous transmission. There seems to be some signal interference.
What
That's not what that was.
do you mean, Arvin?
The locks have all been disabled at last. Please make your way now to the Zero Lab, which lies at the very bottom of Area Zero. And with that, that's going to be it for this episode. I guess we'll go to the Zero Lab and find out what the professor has for us then.
Yep.
If you enjoyed, please let us know, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.